Hi, welcome to StageSwift. In this video, we're going to take a look at bookings. I'm starting off with the calendar here, so let's have a quick recap of what we're talking about. If you remember, we were working with this very small calendar, and if I click on Leeds Night 1, you'll see that we have a booking and we'd selected Leeds Theatre with the reference, it's confirmed, and we've got our contacts for this booking. There's a booker and there's a technical contact there as well. So where do these bookings come from? If we go up to the main menu and select bookings, now everything in the scheduling section is relevant to the currently selected default calendar. So if you remember, we've got the King Lear calendar selected. So everything, and we could choose a different calendar there if we want to. If I go to the menu and I go to bookings, I will now see the bookings that are relevant to this selected calendar. We can filter the list down to cancelled, confirmed or provisional bookings, or look at them all. So if we take a look at our Leeds Theatres booking, oh, and by the way, if you want to create a new booking, just click on the new booking button here, fill out some basic information, save it, and then fill out the rest of the details over here in the editor. So if we click on Leeds Theatres, we'll see the information about this booking. Now we've given it a title. We may have a reference number, and also we can set this particular booking to be confirmed, provisional or cancelled. This is very important. If you set this to cancelled, it will cancel all the events that are attached to it. If you set this to provisional, it will set all those events to TBC. If you remember, we saw those in a previous video. We'll show you how that works in a second. We also have some notes here. Now these notes are on the road notes, and this is anything you need to tell your cast and crew who are out on the road. So here we've got Jane, the booker, will meet you at stage door at 4 PM, and that's a note to whoever can see the booking information. If you haven't watched the video on setting up calendars, you should do, because as you will see from that video, you can select who sees the booking information when they're out on the road, and if they can see the booking information, the sorts of things they'll see is things like these notes. We can set some enter some private notes just for ourselves in here as well, that they won't be visible on the road. We can then select from our contacts system, and that's we went through contacts in a previous video, and we can select these contacts for the booking, and we've got Jane Smith here at the Leeds Royal Theatre at that address as the booker, and for some reason I've selected myself here to be a technical contact, and if you remember from the event we looked at a minute or so ago, it was showing me as a technical contact for this booking. And we can select these from our contact system. So if we wanted to add a new contact, we just go in here and we could say there's a bill, we know there's a bill in here, confirm that selection, and now they are also a contact for this booking. This is important when people are out on the road. When they get to the venue, they may need to know who to contact when they get there, the booker or the technical contact or whatever else, whoever else might be relevant to this booking, so that the people on the road actually know, and you know, who's booked you and what they do. If they're a billing contact, and I'll just pretend I'm the billing contact for a minute, I can also select a billing address. If you remember from the contacts video, we set up connections between contacts. So in this case, it's me at Leeds Royal Theatre. So I may want to actually select a specific address. There's only one address at the Leeds Royal Theatre, and that's 23 High Road. So I've selected that, and that's just to say that when we are billing this, when we're billing for this booking, if we have the invoicing module in StageSwift, then that is going to be the billing address there. This is slightly nonsensical at the moment because I've chosen myself, but you can see how that works. For the others, you've just got the option to remove the contact if you don't want them to be there anymore. So we've got our contacts, we've got a booker, and we've got a billing contact. They're the two most important ones. And below that, it will just show us all the events that are attached to this booking. And as you add events to your calendar and you select the booking, they will appear in this list here. Now, if I just go back to the status of this booking is confirmed. So everything's okay with the booking's confirmed. And so we're all this stuff here, the performance, the talk or lecture, that's all fine. If we change this to provisional and save this booking now. So now the booking's provisional. Let me just flick back to the calendar for a minute. All these events that were on the booking are now set to TBC because the booking hasn't been confirmed. And so it will, the events will follow the status of the booking. So these are all TBC, fair enough, the booking hasn't been confirmed. If I just flick back to the booking again, and now I'll change the booking, it's been confirmed, everything's good, save the booking, go back to the calendar, you can see there's no TBC anymore, everything's confirmed and we're all fine. So that really is how you set up a booking.